Okay. Yeah. Okay, here's Marvin. Gee, it helps if you start earlier. Okay. Shalom, Erev Tov to Marvin and Ziona and Reba and Ellen. And Tamara should be here at some point, I think. Behold how good and how pleasant it is when all of us dwell together in unity. And Ellen Friedman is here, and here's Tamara. The Baruch. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Praise be the one to whom our praise is due. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed. Praise be the one to whom our praise is due, now and forever. Hi, Tamara. Hi, Susan. Hi, Ellen Friedman. Your love has embraced us always, in wilderness and promised land, in good times and in bad. Night and day, your Torah sustains us, reviving the spirit, delighting the heart, informing the soul, opening the eyes, granting us a glimpse of eternity. Because of your love, we shall embrace Torah night and day in devotion and delight. Beloved are you, Adonai, whose Torah reflects your love. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Listen, Israel. Adonai is our God. Adonai is one. And shalom to North Carolina, Margie Lambert, and to Albert. Lakeland, Florida, I think. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם מלאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך. You shall love Adonai your God with all your mind, with all your soul, and with all your strength. Set these words, which I command you on this day, upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand. Let them be a symbol before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. I know what that is.
That's her granddaughter, Rabbi.
I know.
Oh, okay. I thought you said who it was.
I know what that is. I know exactly what that is. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. Thus you will become holy to your God. I, Adonai, am your God who brought you out of Egypt to be your God. I, Adonai, am your God. Adonai Elohechem emet. Adonai, your God, is true. Micha mocha. Like you, Adonai, among all that is worshipped, who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders. Oh God, you are a consolation to your creatures. For in moments of forgetting, We but call to mind your care, and we're comforted. When we hope no more, a pattern in the snow reminds us of your loving kindness. Your dawns give us confidence, and sleep is a friend. You are here. We fail words to say, Ma Tov. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Yitkeda v'yitkeda shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrei chirutei, ve'amlik malchutei, b'cha yechonu yom, yechonu chayid kol beit Yisrael, bagala, bagala, uvizman kariv, v'meru, amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach, le'olam u'lalmei almaya, yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yipar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei d'kudisha, b'richu, leila mikol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nekemata, damiran be'alma v'meru, amen. Adonai, sifatai tiftachu fi agit ilatecha. Adonai, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, ve'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, ve'Konei HaKol, ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, u'mevig Yola livnei v'neihem, le'ma'an shemo be'ahava, melech ozer u'moshia u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, mechayeh hakol atah, rav lehoshia, morid hatal. Hi, Troy. מקלקל חיים בחסד, מקיים הכל ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בגבורות, ומי דומה מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מקיים הכל. Take this moment, please, to say your own private prayer from your heart, silently. Oh, say Shalom b'momav, hu ya'aseh Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imeu. Amen. Our Torah portion this week is Bamidbar, in the wilderness. And I am going to read right now from Numbers chapter 3, verse 14 through 20. Not my yard. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Thank you. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim ve'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe במדבר סיני לאמור, פקוד את בני לוי לבית אבותם למשפחותם, כל זכר מבין חודש ומעלה תפקדם, ויפקוד אותם משה על פי אדוני כאשר צווה. ויהיו אלה בבני לוי בשמותם גרשון וקהת ומררי, ואלה שמות בני גרשון למשפחותם לבני ושמעי, ובני קהת למשפחותם עמרם ויצהר, חברון לעוזיאל, ובני מררי למשפחותם מחלי ומושי, אליכם משפחות הלוי לבית אבותם.
אבותם.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Rabbi.
Translation. Adonai spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, saying, record the descendants of Levi by ancestral house and by clan. Record every male among them from the age of 1 month up. So Moses recorded them at the command of Adonai as he was bidden. These are the sons of Levi by name, Gershon, Kohat, and Merari. These were the names of the sons of Gershon by clan, Livni and Shimi. The sons of Kohat by clan, Amram and Izhar, Hebron and Uziel. The sons of Merari by clan, Machli and Mushi. These were the clans of the Levites within their ancestral house. The Levites replace the firstborn Israelites who would otherwise belong to God, according to Exodus 13, 12, and 13. The male members of the tribe of Levi, whose function is as a hereditary caste of personnel dedicated to God's service, but serving under the priests. This verse, the first issue of the womb, this is right just before I started the reading, defines who exactly counts as firstborn for the purpose of this legislation. The definition refers specifically to a woman's firstborn, not a man's. By speaking of the womb rather than the woman, which I find interesting, the fertile womb is disassociated from the mother. The image is of a womb magically yielding offspring in the absence of female reproductive agency. For every male firstborn is mine. This verse explains that all firstborn males belong to God as an eternal ransom for the sparing of Israel's firstborn males at the 10th plague. According to this passage, God is willing to accept the substitution of the Levites for all of Israel's firstborn males. The status of the firstborn male is unstable in the Tanakh. Although firstborn sons have the right of predominant inheritance, they are constantly being supplanted. And it says, see Jacob's supplanting of Esau. Then in verse 15, it says, from the age of 1 month up, a Levite is recognized after 1 month of life. However, scholars dispute at what age a Levite is actually to begin his service. The whole purpose of this chapter is to kind of set up the organization of how the Levites work and what their purpose in the community was. It was primarily when they began to move, they had Judah, the tribe of Judah going first, the tribe of Dan went last, the tribe of Uziel, I believe, was to the left, and I can't remember. At any rate, the tribe of Dan was at the end, which people have thought was kind of a put down to the tribe of Dan, because after all, they were going to have to follow this mass of 2 to 3 million people and all their animals. So they're like walking through dung and, and all kinds of bad stuff. But then it said the tribe of Dan was pretty hardy. They had the purpose, however, was because of the attack by the Amalekites on the rear of the group, that the tribe of Dan could pretty much handle anybody that came up from behind. Plus the strength of Judah in front and Dan behind. If they tried to attack the sides, they could do a pincer effect. At any rate, they needed to be militarily strong. Of course, in the middle of all of this was the tabernacle and all the people who carried all of the implements for the tabernacle, who were, guess who? The Levites. The Levites were told to carry all of the gold implements, all the ritual items, the poles, the fabrics, everything that would go inside of the tabernacle. The ark was carried by some. It was the whole purpose. And the Levites not only were the stewards of the tabernacle itself, they were also the musicians. Oh, I've seen, there's an interesting, what is it considered? Yes, Troy, they were the musicians, they were the singers, they were the instrumentalists. And I think there were women there too, who did some of the musical stuff. I like to think that. I don't know whether it actually was true or not. I think they were. Gianna said, yes, put the strong people in the back. Dan was the best fighters. Amy says, so it's not going to be by the female reproductive system, but by the male. Yes. Interesting, huh? The Kohanim, the priests, and the Levites had to be descended from Aaron. It's patrilineal descent. Later in our history, we had to change that because we kept getting invaded and raped, and you always knew who the mother was, but it was questionable who the father might be. So we went matrilineal descent, but that was later. In the beginning, it was patrilineal. Okay, enough. Oh,
Yashikoach, Rabbi.
thank you. Okay.
It's still matrilineal, isn't it?
Yes.
But the Reform Jews claim that either way, that's going to be trouble.
Well, in a way, it's but
There'll be two kinds of Jews. That's all, like Catholics and Protestants.
it's because we have perfected the DNA to the point where you can identify who the father is. That's why. But I don't think there's going to be like a conflict with the Catholics and the.
Well, no, I mean, between the Orthodox and the conservative Jews, and then the Reformed and Reconstructionists. So, I mean, it'll be like Catholic and Protestant is what I mean.
I've heard, Marvin, Orthodox, even rabbis say at one point it may come where they will accept it because of the DNA. It is not as
But it hasn't done it
antithetical
yet.
as, yeah, exactly, but it's not as antithetical it was like 50 years ago.
What I find fascinating is that Judaism does change. The laws do change. Halakha changes with our growth, our own growth. But it's slow. The reform movement moves a little quicker, and when they came out, and I think it was in the 80s, and said, okay, we're going to accept patrilineal descent, both the Orthodox and the conservatives went, but it's become kind of accepted, at least there, and even among the conservatives, somewhat, not altogether, but somewhat. Still not the Orthodox, but someday.
Well, I think one Jewish grandparent ought to be sufficient. If the person wants to practice Judaism, it was enough for Hitler.
Okay. All right, now back to sharing the screen. Okay, we're going to do the counting of the Omer for the last time this week. Well, not the my last, not the last time, but it's the last for the Maariv services. They'll do it tomorrow night, though. And I'm not going to ask if anybody knows what day it is. What, Marvin?
I said, what is it? It should be 48.
It's the day after the 47th day.
It's the day after the 47th. Thank
Well,
you.
Finally remember.
Thank you. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu Sfirat HaOmer Hayom Shemon Arba'im Yom Shehem Shisha Shavuot V'Shisha Yamim LaOmer. It is the 48th day of the counting of the Omer. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer b'reishit, shelo asanu kigoyei haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishmechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'goralinu kechol hamonam. Va'anachnu korim u'mishtagavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamelachim hakadosh baruch hu. Ours is the duty to praise the all-sovereign, to honor the artist of creation who made us unique in the human family with a destiny all our own. For this, we bend our knees and bow with gratitude before the sovereign Almighty, monarch of all, the wellspring of holiness and blessing. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. I'm praying for the families of those who were gunned down in Tulsa. And the families of the people who died, the children, teachers who died in Texas.
Uvalde.
Thank you, Uvalde.
Yeah.
Somebody said something today and said Uvande.
No,
And
it's
it's
Uvalde.
stuck with me, and I knew it wasn't right, so I didn't want to say it. Albert is saying Misha Berach for Aaron, Trey, Maddie, Mayo, Amy, Tamara, Malcolm, Rose, Beth, and her father, who's, I guess, again in the hospital. For me, Rabbi Galit, for Albert, and all of our loving pets. Yoel ben Tevachana, that's Tamara's son who has COVID. I have followed over the years a Scottish singer named Alex Beaton, and he just passed away this past week. So I'm saying Misha Barak for his wife, Linda. For Rala, Barbara Kirsch's significant other on the loss of his brother. For my choral director, Lee Lassiter, who's again got COVID. For Ellen Rose and Ellen Friedman, for Devorah Bat Helene, for Reuven Baruch ben Perolea, for Eliyahu ben Perolea, for Shemuel ben Shendel, Yohevet Russell Bar, Etta Bat Gittel, Gary Jacobs, Donald Willinger, Ada Bat Chanya, Robert Stein and Andrea Graboff, Rachel Bat Benjamin, Moshe Lazar ben Chana and his wife, Teva Chana Bat Pearl, and I'm going to stop there for a second because I need to make an announcement that her name is going to be changed on Sunday. Her name will be Tova Chana Bat Pearl. Ziona Bat Chava, Chava Bat Elsa, Yosef ben Albert and all his family, Batya Malka Bat Pearl Chaya, Menashe ben Menachem, Roland and Judy Hansen, Shendel Bat Sharon, Chana Bat Shendel, all the COVID-19 victims, all the sufferers of Guillain-Barré syndrome, all the Ukrainian people and their defenses, all families of the mass shootings. And I will start with Reba, who sends healing energy throughout the universe, from the universe throughout the world. Ziona.
Chavabat Elsa, Probat Ethel, all survivors of violence, Buffalo, Uvalde, Texas, Tulsa, Oklahoma. There's so many we don't know about.
Yeah.
And all those caught up in war and people with COVID and monkeypox.
Student here at Grant High School in North Hollywood, who was shot in the leg by some drive-bys. Charlie?
Well, I'm thinking about the people in Tulsa. I don't know much about it. Somebody shooting people at a hospital, I think.
Yes. Well, in a hospital, a medical.
But and the shooter was trying to get the doctor that did his back surgery.
That's it.
That's all I knew. I went to the doctor today and he can't figure out my diabetes. He says, I know it's either insulin, but I don't know which one or if it's both of them. And but he's putting me on one of those sensor. We're trying to get one of those sensor meters that takes it all the time.
Oh,
To see what it'll do. Hope that'll work.
Oh, you got the Debbie Friedman book too, huh?
Yep, I'm got it. It came today.
The big one, the big thick one?
The big thick one.
Yeah, I've got that.
oh, I have that one too. Boy, that's a nice one. Yeah.
I have to make up the piano part.
Well, I have to translate mine to my auto harp. So.
And I looked through it. I said, that looks like I could do a whole service out of this. Think I could do a whole Friday night service. It's just Debbie Friedman. I have to look at my assignment and see what I can sing.
You can get the CD that goes with that book, so you can, sing along.
Because I know they've got Rana and then the Lakadodi. I could probably do a Friday night service, and hopefully a Friday Shabbat morning service too. Because I gotta do both.
Okay, Ellen Friedman is saying Misha Baruch for Timothy Paul Taylor, Laura Frick, Diane Fishman, Gloria Kozad, and Ellen. And Sue Bowers is praying for Dorothy, Mark, Marlene, Jimmy, Jean, Robin, Brandon, and Corey. Tamara.
Okay, I'm praying for Susie Hall, Christy Lowry Smith, Albert Madison and family, Rabbi Galit, myself, Jenny B, Robert Roberts, and I don't remember what, Reuven
Baruch Ben Perolea.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Sandy Fraser, Moshe Blazer Ben Chana, Ada Bachana, Chania, I'm sorry, Ziona Swigert, Beth and father, right now, especially her father, and Lisa Posner.
Sue, did you have anybody else?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Amy?
Pam, hail to you, my friend Janice, Albert Madison, Valerie Madison, Maddie, Beth and her dad, Tamara, Kathy and Lynn Ford, my cousin Harry, who has dementia, Carol, Jesse, all the people the families of the people that got killed in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Buffalo, and wherever else they're getting killed.
Yeah. and over and over. Marvin?
Nobody tonight.
Okay. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishebeira imotenu mikol havlahalamotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. May the blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit. And let us say, Amen. The Mourner's Kaddish. Ray Liotta, Alex Beaton, Sharon Ben Avraham Vesara, Bob Slater, the 1 million US victims of coronavirus and the 15 or so million worldwide, all the victims of racial injustice and gun violence that seems to be increasing. All the Ukrainians and Russians killed in the Ukrainian war. And Reba, do you have anybody special?
Oh, no names, thanks.
Okay. She prays, though, for people who have no one to say Kaddish for them. Marvin is praying for Francis Johnson, Ziona.
All those lost to gun violence and war, and people with who were lost from COVID and natural disasters.
Okay, Ellen Rose is saying Kaddish for Sally Bat Ida and Stacy Bat Dale. Troy?
Rabbi Uri Zohar. He was a Jewish television comedian, and he
Oh, yes.
became an Orthodox rabbi. He died
The other way
day.
around, too.
It's hard telling. And then my cousin Daryl Fine, Aunt Wilma, and I think that's about. Oh, my cousin Barbara, her yard site was last month. I forgot about it.
Okay. Okay. Ellen Friedman?
Yes, I'd like to say Kaddish for my dear friends, Maureen McManus, Kathy Gage, Glenn Thorne, Alan Brown.
Okay. Tamara?
I don't have any personal people, but everybody that's been killed in the wars and killed because of prejudice and killed just because.
Yeah.
And That's in Ukraine. Well, I already said that. Anyway, that's it.
Okay.
Amen.
Sue Bowers. Already, okay. Amy?
You. Bob, you're Mr. Bob, Robert Reber, Audrey, Robin, Pat, George, Darrell, Francis Johnson, Edward, Richard Ockley, my friend's dad, and all the people that got killed in Buffalo and Tulsa, Oklahoma, and get killed all over the place. Whatever.
Marvin?
Francis Johnson.
Oh, you already did that. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Please join me in the morning Scottish. Yit Gedal.
Yitzhak, Yishavah, Shemay, Rabba, Samata, Kira, Delta, Thank you, Sad. Bagala Usman, Kareem, Villiam,
Ela Baba Bora, Nalma, Ikra, Kishtabak, Barak, Ikram, Nesse, Ikadar, Italem, Italal, Edishudisha, Praise to Ela Minfa,
Shira,
Nekamasa,
Tushpatata,
Tamira,
Neta,
Amen. Shalama Rabba
Magapa
Michamaya,
Michamaya,
Kaim Alani,
Yea, Leno,
Israel,
Yako, Yisrael, Yamaru, Amen.
Shalom,
O Shalom, and
Yas,
O
Shalom,
Yasalo,
Dani,
Aleno,
Israel,
Yako, Yisrael, the Tell Yoshe there, the Yamaru, Amen.
Amazing. Sending angels everywhere. Tulsa, Uvalde. May our right hand bring us closer to our godliness. May our left hand give us strength to face each day. And before us, may our visions light our paths ahead, and behind us may well be heal our way. All around us is Shekinah. 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 They are Roshi, Shekinah. They are Roshi, Shekinah. They are Roshi, Shekinah. They are Roshi, Shekinah. All around us is Shekinah. All around Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Please join Rabbi Lane tomorrow. And I don't know if he's doing a special Shavuot.
He said he was going to do Yisker tomorrow.
Oh, he is
Yeah,
going to,
I
okay.
think he is.
Yes,
Okay.
he's good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Toda rabba, Rabbi Galit.
Thank you.
Shabbat shalom,
Shabbat
everybody.
shalom. Oh, wait, one more thing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Reba. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're 29, right, Reba?
Right. All right. Shalom. Shabbat shalom. Have a beautiful week. I'll see you next week.
You're okay.